Okay, so now we're going to prepare our drawing for an underpainting. Now, to be honest, most of the detail is going to come in via painting, but if there are some areas that you would like to just outline for yourself, so you know where the really dark and light areas are, then you can totally do that with pencil. For example, here, I'm going to just split this off because I know that I've got all of these little sections here, and that's going to be considerably darker than this section. I'm really not going to do too much though. I might focus on where the eye is here because the eye is much darker than the top, but we've chosen this on purpose. Oil pastels and acrylics both lay on top of watercolour underpainting really well, so even if you have to go over with white, it works really, really well. Okay, look, I'm not going to go too mad with this. I might just do a little bit of this, so you've got an idea of where I'm looking on the image. It's more for the demonstration really, but hopefully then you've got a bit more of an idea of which part of the image I'm talking about when I'm painting. Okay, now let's do this bit. Okay, that's fine by me. So, what we're going to do before we choose, because in the past you've used brown. Now, you can use brown for this. It's not a problem. Brown is quite a strong colour in this image. In real life, this image is quite warm. The turtle itself is quite warm. There are yellows, there are browns. So I'm actually tempted to use more of a mustard colour paint. And water that down. So I'm going to do sort of lemony yellow, mustard, maybe a bit of brown. So I'm just using the browny yellow shades to complete this underpainting here. So what I'll do first is put some water on my brush. I'm going to pick up my chosen main colour. This is going to be, imagine it's going to be my middle tone. Alright, and I'm using one of my dining plates to mix on, so if you need to do anything at home, this is a good idea. So I'm going to just paint over the dark areas only. Okay, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to get a bit more paint, and I'm going to paint over where I believe the darker areas are first. Okay, so the majority of this fin, the top here actually is a bit lighter, so I'm going to just imagine you're shading. Okay, you're shading using the paints here, and this whole part of the turtle here is dark. This is tricky. This is going to take you, this is definitely a higher order skill, and that's going to take you a bit of time to grasp and understand, especially because I'm actually using what would traditionally be known as a light colour to paint dark areas. I probably will put brown here over the top of some of this in a short while. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm leaving out all the very light bits. So I'll do that and then we'll come back.